Motherfuckers away. Go ahead, up.
Poverty.
Poverty. Niggas was, remember they was in the home screaming? Remember when COVID first came? They was in there, scream, couldn't get out. They fucking sealed them in that motherfucker, man. So that's gonna come to Babylon. Go ahead, up.
And that Wuhan lab in China, they were doing the gain of function research at the behest of America.
At the behest, whoa!
Yeah.
That's the spirit. See, these guys handing everything. Go ahead, up.
It says poverty,
famine, lack of resources. Lack of resources going to them because remember how Russia was knocked out? They couldn't really send the grain to them because Ukraine is where the grain is at. So since they put the sanctions on, they like, well, we can't really send these goods to any of you nations because you got us on sanctions. We will only send it to non-hostile nations, which is China, Iran, the ones that they're in cahoots with. But then America and the European nations was like, damn, we need that too. Certain European nations are starting to take away their sanctions that they put on Russia. I think it began in, it wasn't Sweden, it was Norway, one of them places. They put down the sanctions that they have on Russia because the winter is here and they fucking catching it and they need food. Go ahead, huh?
It says the sword and pestilence.
Oh, the sword, war, and pestilence, disease, and then Wuhan lab and shit, man.
That's right.
Come on now. Go ahead, huh?
To waste thy houses with destruction and death.
To waste their houses with destruction and death. So you thought CV was some, oh man, it's about to get a whole lot worse. Go ahead, huh?
And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as flour.
Woo! It's gonna be dried up. How? Because when the Lord comes to face these nations, how they gonna go out? Fire and brimstone. He said the elements shall melt with fervent heat. What manner of person are you to be in all holy conversations and godliness? Because our people over there in China, we have people in Russia, everywhere, man. How are you gonna get out? That's the question. And who are you gonna call on? That's another question. And it ain't the Ghostbusters, so that ain't it. Go ahead.
And the glory of thy power shall be dried up as flour when the heat shall arise that is sent over thee.
The heat, because America gonna shoot their missiles on, and China, and and the European, they gonna shoot their missiles on Babylon. Babylon ain't just gonna sit there and just take it. They gonna shoot their missiles off everybody else too, and we gonna have to get rescued from that. How we gonna get out, the Dalton niggas? How we gonna get out? We gonna get a plane ticket. You a pilot, brother? Come on. How we gonna get out? See, you gotta answer some questions, man. Go ahead, huh?
Thou shalt be weakened as a poor woman with stripes.
That's what the Lord is doing to these nations. He's weakening them as a poor woman with a whip on her back. Remember on 12 Years a Slave, when he was whipping the fuck out of her? And that's how these nations is at the behest of Yahweh Shemashah. His hand is over this place to destroy it. Go ahead, huh?
It says, and as one chastised with wounds.
With wounds. Woo!
So that the mighty and lovers shall not be able to receive thee.
They ain't gonna be able to receive. It's just like they shut down the production. They got all these strikes everywhere. They got the diesel fuel about to go out. They got what else? The railroad strike. And that's how they move the logistics all throughout the nation. And they ain't just here in Babylon. It's over there in Europe. They got the same thing with the trains. They got the bullet train over there in Japan. And then they got the trains out there in China. So if the people don't want to work anymore and they strike it, that's going to stop production everywhere.
Yep.
Go ahead, huh?
It says, would I with jealousy have so proceeded against thee?
Woo, with jealousy. The Lord is jealous. He's like, I know what you motherfuckers did to my people. And I know what you still do. This
right.
Motherfucking weak ass Asians got an anti-Asian hate bill. Where's ours at? The fuck is, so the Lord's like, all right, you had that bill, but best believe I'm gonna come with jealousy and fuck you up personally.
Right.
Go ahead, huh?
It says, if thou hadst not always slain my chosen.
They slay our people, because they know in every land who Jake is, like over there in India. The untouchables, that's our people in India that look like the fucking dot heads. But they know, oh yeah, they ain't like us, they something different. You know, just like the brother Barack brought out the Kyle Feng Institute over there in China. Those the Israelites over there in China. And I'm like, hey, Bruce Lee and Ip Man had to come from them guys. They dressed the same way. You know, they had a tint to the side with the ponytail and shit. That's Jake. Go ahead, huh?
If thou hadst not always slain my chosen, exalting the stroke of thy hand,
Exalting the stroke of thy hand, because Esau was the main one striking and whooping the fuck out of us with a continual stroke. But you nations helped him forward our affliction. If you didn't tell us, you're like, oh no, y'all just niggas, you know, rap music gay. Yo, Kyrie, you know, gay. But you never told us who we were. And now we say who we are. Oh no, don't say. But that's who we are. Then we must be. Yeah. Oh, if you get it, the dog licking the wounds, that's you fucking heathens, man. You know, go ahead.
exalting the stroke of thy hands,
Yeah.
and saying over their dead, when thou wast drunken,
Hey, when were they drunk? When we were in complete slavery, not knowing. That's when the nations was really living it up. Like, yeah, Israel is down for good. And it tells you in another place that they clap their hands to see us fall. Lamentation. So this is the day that they look for. Go ahead, huh?
it says, set forth the beauty of thy countenance, the reward of thy whoredom shall be in thy bosom.
The reward of thy whoredom, China, and all you nations that got into the bed with this whore, and ultimately this whore, Babylon the Great, is going to be punished with fire. But y'all going to be punished as well. Go ahead, huh?
Therefore shalt thou receive recompense.
You're going to receive a payback. Recompense. That's why in Joel, the 3rd chapter, at the beginning. Woo, that's if you want to bring it up. Because it's the reason it said that the nations are going to be gathered to war. And the Lord said because of the controversy of Zion.
This is Joel 3:1. This is for behold, in the days, in that the time when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
See, that's how you know it's in this time. Because the Lord specified the 2 kingdoms, Israel and Judah, the 2 houses. They were split after the death of Solomon, okay, during the reign of Rehoboam. And we became two nations, 2 houses, 2 kingdoms. So the Lord said, I'm going to bring back the captivity of my people, which means to take them out of slavery. Beginning with their Now that's it. All right, go ahead. Hey. Go ahead. Huh?
Verse 2, it says, I will also gather all nations.
Oh, see, the Lord has gathered you together not to love you, but to destroy you. Right? Go ahead, huh? Oh, he said, what he like on Star Wars? He promised us peace. Oh, you misunderstood. He didn't promise you peace. He promised you would be in pieces.
Hey, so you mean to tell me the Lord not gathering all nations to do a big group hug?
Nah.
From bring us all in one, to bring us all one, to be one nation.
Hey, they all gonna be one. Who's struggling? And they get a prize. You know how you get a dude the ribbon?
Oh yeah, getting the ribbon it say destroy.
Destroy it. Hey, you know how you got the report card and it was like outstanding, satisfactory. The Lord is gonna get him satisfactory.
You get the gold. You get the gold star. You did a good job.
Star.
This is verse 2, Joel 3:2. It says, I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
The Middle East, that Levant region, Yahweh Shaphat, the Lord's judgment, that region of the Fertile Crescent, what they call it. That's what they call it. Saudi Arabia. Right to get the sea that's
Oman.
One of the most coveted pieces of land on the planet.
right up in there, right where them Saudis is, and the Americans got military bases and naval bases right there. But what's going to drive them into that region, as it tells you in Joel 2:20? Their interest is over there in that land. The oil and all that, the Russians are over there with the Iranians. It's going to drive the Americans back into that region because they got interest there. That's what's going to drive them in there.
They said even the water there is sweeter than anything you've ever tasted.
Yeah.
You know, because of all the resources that are over there.
That's it, bro. That's it.
And it's not even just perfection.
Right.
Man, that,
It's not even yielding like it did when Israel, the true Israelites, were in that land.
That's right, bro. Land flowing. Milk and honey.
And I will plead with them for my people.
Hey, the Lord's going to plead. Doesn't mean please, please. No, plead meaning judge. That's why you got to go into the Hebrew right there. Is the word judge. Shaphat. You said it, Yahweh Shaphat. The Lord's going to judge you. He's going to plead there for his people. That's where the Lord's gonna meet you armies in the Middle East.
That's right.
He gonna meet you right there. He gonna come in with when it's all good. And like it's gonna be a Royal Rumble, niggas getting thrown out the ring, niggas getting, and then you gonna hear the music play and the Lord gonna come out.
right.
Yeah, you know, the champions. That's
right.
Come on, man.
And I will, and for my heritage Israel,
For the land. That's why the Lord is beginning this war. You ugly ass small hats. I thought y'all was the people. Why is war coming? World war. For the land. The Lord is waging war against you and all the nations of the earth. Go ahead.
who have scattered among all the nations, and part of my land.
See, the Lord has a controversy with you because you part of his land. That land is for the tribe, not for you ugly ass heathen. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and they have cast the lots for my people,
Going into the slavery because who financed the ships? Small hat. Aha, you financed the ships. Go ahead.
and gave a boy for a harlot.
Oh yeah, you turned the men out, man. Buck breaking. Look it up. These devils did that, and they still do it. Balenciaga with the damn children and shit.
And sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
Damn. There you go. That was it, huh?
Yeah.
Oh. Get that Ezekiel about with the sharp. Oh, and can you get Isaiah 30, 28 real quick? 28, 29. Going into the chip real quick.
What you want to think?
We gonna close our mouths.
Oh, yeah, kind. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 3, beginning at verse 25. And it reads, But thou, O son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them.
Woo, and the Lord physically did this to Ezekiel. Like you ain't, like you bound, you can't go nowhere. The Lord is gonna have his men like that. Like don't go out there. You know, it's done. Hey, like the vision that the brother had, and everybody's cleaning up. Like hey, the ministry is over. You know, like hey, we did what we were supposed to do. It. Hey, and brothers, it's bittersweet. Like you tell you, oh shit, like damn. When we finally get to that moment, it's gonna be like, damn, it's really over. Yeah. Go ahead, huh?
It says, And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth.
Woo! Because when people gonna want answers, we gonna be just as dumb as them and shit. We gonna,
They like the Avatar and shit.
yeah,
They said when the people eating the most,
we vanish. Woo! It's been 100 years of war. He said, an Avatar left. You know, that's what they gonna think, that the Lord left the earth. But no, the Lord is presently here. He's in everything. It's just that the Lord's gonna be with his men and his elect, and he ain't gonna be with everybody else. Go ahead, huh?
It says that thou shalt be dumb, and shall not be to them a reprover.
And the word dumb doesn't mean we gonna be stupid. No, it means not to speak. We gonna be a damn mute. I don't know what's going on. You gonna just be moving with the rest. Like when the brother seen Apostle Tahar bobbing through the store, and he's like, that's Apostle Tahar. He's like, what you talking about? And he went to the line and paid for the food, and then on the card it was a damn Japanese dude named Akira, Ammonite and shit. But everybody else, the apostle looked like Ammonite. But the brother can clearly see that as the apostle. So the Lord gonna have us moving in and out, man. Go ahead, huh?
It says, for they are a rebellious house.
Hey, because you're a rebellious house, old Israel, the Lord's gonna finally shut us up like you want. Like y'all niggas get out of here, go. We finally gonna leave. And when we do, it's gonna be through.
That's right.
Can you get that Isaiah 30?
it's Isaiah 30.
Last.
Isaiah 30. 28. And his breath.
Woo! Now stop right there. And his breath. Now can a brother get conspiracy real quick? In the etymology. The etymology. Hey, because you got these clowns, conspiracy nuts, conspiracy theorists. But what does the word conspiracy mean? You gotta know what it means, man. You don't think this devil got a conspiracy against you niggas, man?
Right.
He ain't offered you nothing, no reparations, no integration, but that was worse. Segregation was better for you. He had Jim Crow on your ass. Then he said, oh, my black brothers and sisters and the Latinos and the natives, please come get them. Come first in line to get a fucking juice.
Yeah.
Like what? You ain't ever offered us nothing first. But now this. Come on. That's
Ain't nothing since.
nothing since.
This is
Damn.
conspiracy and the etymology. It says now, it says a plotting of evil, unlawful design.
Hey, you said noun. A noun is a person, place, or thing. So the person it is he. The place is the earth, preferably all the earth because it's a global thing. And then the place, the person, place, and the thing is what? That thing, that thing. Here, right? You know.
So it says a plotting of evil, unlawful design.
Unlawful design. It's unlawful according to the law. You make no cutting in your flesh for the dead. Don't make no pact with the heathen. Right?
And Salaki, this part, what comes to mind is Psalms 83, because it says a combination of persons for an evil purpose.
Hey, but you know who's truly
Conglomerate.
up top is the high banking.
Yep.
They had it planned out the whole. These devils, right
Jews.
here, these rats, and half of these niggas is dead already. Like 2 or 3 of them.
That's right.
And hey, there should be some new ones. Harari.
Yup.
What
Yeah.
Fauci
Yeah,
at?
we-
Fauci ain't
Fauci,
there.
Elon Musk.
Klaus
Watch
Schwab.
ugly ass.
The Sith Lord himself.
Yeah, the Sith
Schwab.
Lord and shit.
Hey, it says a union,
Woo!
agreement, a plot.
It's an agreement. It's a union that they have against. That's Psalms 83. But it's a union and a plot against who? Chosen. Ultimately, our people, but upon all people, because these devils, they think they're the Israelites, the Jews, and they see everybody else as what? Go ahead. Nothing. You're nothing. Go ahead. Huh?
It says to breathe together.
To breathe together. It said his breath. The brother just read his breath. It said to breathe together. And that's funny because Khan means with, and spirasi means breathe. So with breathing together. So his breath is this man. Go ahead. Huh?
As an overflowing stream.
As an overflowing stream. Because it's a stream is going straight forward, straight to it. All roads lead to what?
Hey,
All
bro,
roads-
and the stream began in 2020.
And the stream goes to one central place, right? The CBDC.
And usually, a stream connects to a larger body of water.
And you know what they call it? A large bank of water.
Oh, damn! The stream leading you to the bank.
On the banks and rivers, yeah.
Man.
That's right,
Continuing on. And his breath as an overflowing stream shall reach to the midst of the neck.
Unto the midst of the neck. Now, when somebody got you by the neck, you under their power.
Yep.
They can either keep going, your ass lights out, or they can you tap it like let me go. That's what they gonna bring the world to. That tap out.
Hey,
And you
because
gonna get-
Biden's name in the etymology
Yeah.
is the button up.
Hell, yeah.
So
To the neck.
To the neck. But Biden's gonna button
Buddy, your ass up.
But you know, and what you gonna do? You either tap out or you gonna say you gonna render. We're gonna tap out.
You'll pass out. Hey, go ahead, huh?
To sift the nations.
Hey, because the Lord going to do the same thing to sift his people from among the nations, that the least grain, the elect, shall not fall upon the earth. But this devil going to sift too. He going to have a sifting operation, which is that MOTB system. Who going to go for it and who ain't? Who don't go for it, you're going to be away from society. You get with it, you're going to be tapped in to the Internet of Things, the Internet of Bodies. Go ahead, huh?
To sift the nations with the seed of vanity.
With a vanity, he gonna get him with a lie. Convenience, vanity. You know?
Convenience store.
Oh, vanity is vanity. All is vanity. And Solomon had everything. He says all nothing. Go ahead, huh?
And there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people.
A bridle. Now, what do you use a bridle for? You put it in the mouth of an animal to steer them. To control them. Woo! The movie Implanted. He want to control you. What did that dude Harari say? He said humans are now hackable animals.
Yep.
So it said bridal. Can you read that last part out? Come on, man. The scripture going up. But that is poetic.
Yeah. And there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people.
A bridle in the jaws of the people. Woo!
Causing them to err.
Causing them to err. And then you read it in the NLT, it says leading them to ruin. What is going to be the ruin? Nuclear fire.